Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life. You know, we've been working on a lot of great success activities and manipulating behavior so that we can appear more successful to others. We don't even have to really work on it because we're changing the programming in our supercomputer. As a result of that, this computer controls the body, so people can probably already see changes in our walk, changes in our facial expression because we're happier, we're working towards a goal, we're making good, positive things happen in our lives. I love it. I believe in you. Let's talk a little bit about things that we can do. And, you know, we can actually take action to increase how confident we appear. I think some very simple things we can do is stand up straight. You know, a confident person is not somebody who's slouched over looking at the floor all the time. A confident person is head high. You feel like you own your body. You're comfortable in your own skin. You're standing up straight. Also, while we're standing up straight, have you ever noticed somebody walking across the room? You can pretty much tell if they're taking a leisurely walk, they're probably not in a big hurry. And then you can also tell when people are walking towards something that they feel is important. So it's your gait, it's how you walk, it's how you present yourself. Stand up straight, shoulders back, chest out, and walk with a presence. Walk with purpose. People can tell when you're confident, and walking with purpose says more than being, you could be super handsome, so handsome you could launch 1,000 ships. You could be the greatest orator and be able to speak better than anyone. But the one thing that really tells other people who you are is how you present yourself. When you're walking with confidence and standing up straight, it just says 1,000 things about you, and they're all positive, okay? Another thing I recommend doing when you're with people, always look the person talking to you in the eyes. When you meet people, the first thing you do is you make eye contact. Because when you make eye contact with others, you connect with them in a way that casual conversation or interaction cannot. You're showing them you're interested in what they have to say. You've greeted them. You are visually acknowledging and connecting with them. I cannot tell you how many times I'm in social situations and I notice everybody's kind of looking at the floor or looking around while they're having a conversation, but I can get primary focus and conversation from everybody when I start looking people in the eyes. Because when you look folks in the eyes, you're connecting with them and they can tell that you're listening. Also, everybody that you meet, I want you to shake their hand, and I want you to shake it with a gentle kindness that is firm. Now remember, we live in a world where we need to be careful with other people. You never know. Somebody might be suffering from arthritis of the hand, or they may have had a recent injury from a sporting activity they were involved in. Regardless of the reason, we want to shake hands with a firmness that allows us to show them our presence. So we do shake firmly, but we don't hurt them. You know, many times I've walked up and shaken a larger man's hand, and he's crushed my hand, and all I could think about the whole time is that kind of hurt. You know, I mean, what was the point of that? But others, when they come up to me and just shake with a gentle firmness, look me in the eye, you know, I can tell, hey, you know, that was nice. I remember those people. A firm handshake, it's true, it's always been said, says a lot about somebody, and it really does. Just don't shake too hard, okay? Shake with kindness. Another thing that's really important when we're showing our confidence to other people is to minimize overreaction. When we react to any circumstance, that circumstance immediately takes control of us. We want to act based on fact. And we only want to act based on those facts after we've had a chance to think about it. You know those people, one minor thing happens and they're running around the room like a chicken with its head cut off, you know, and it's hard to take that person seriously and to work with individuals who react that way. Also, the big smile and the nodding at everything when I'm talking to somebody and they're nodding at everything I say, it's hard to take that person seriously, because are they really listening to me, or are they thinking of a million other things and just nodding their head because that's what we do to show others that we're listening? I think that's the worst way to show others that we're listening. I think the best way to listen is to close this and open these. Look somebody directly in the eyes. Just give them your attention. They'll know you're listening. You don't need to overreact. You don't need to respond to everything that comes out of their mouth. When they give you a specific question, query, or an action point where you can chime in, it's appropriate to do so. But don't overreact and overconversate. Be calm. Be relaxed. Look them in the eye. It'll change everything for you in the way that other people respond to you, and just because they see a change in the way you're responding to them. Now, something else I recommend doing when you're working with other people so you can show more confidence, avoid fidgeting. People who are stressed or have anxiety fidget. Be calm. Keep your hands on your lap or on the table or together, but you don't need to fidget. I used to fidget a lot with my hands when I would be in social circumstances, because as a disabled person, I would feel uncomfortable. I used to have a little bit of an inferiority complex where I thought, hey, I'm a brain-damaged handicap guy. Nobody's going to take me seriously. So I would fidget, and I would be unconfident, I guess is the best way to state, until I changed some behaviors. And if you're that way, that's okay, because you can change too. If you're an anxious person who usually fidgets with their hands or has a pen in their fingers, you know the person. They're constantly working with something. Be calm, be relaxed, look people in the eye. It will change everything. Listen, you're good enough. And your ideas are fantastic, and they're worth it. So take your time, relax, give other people your ear first. Listen to what they have to say, contemplate the facts they've presented to you, and then respond. But we don't need to fidget. Fidgeting just shows others that we're either not paying attention or we are just anxious and nervous. And then I wonder, why are you so anxious and nervous? We're supposed to be working together on something here. Do you not feel confident that we're going to come up with a successful conclusion? Because personally, I know that when I'm working with you or anybody else together, we can do anything. So I'm not worried about that at all. So I don't fidget. I just don't. And I recommend that you don't either. But when we're in social settings, another thing that I notice that doesn't really show confidence to others is in the way that we eat. It's funny. In other countries, they can always tell who the Americans are, because we're the ones who eat and run. We're the ones walking around with sandwiches in our hands and coffees. In other countries, they actually sit down, enjoy the meal, have conversation, and then get up and move on to in the direction of their next activity. So I recommend we eat and chew slowly, giving our visual contact to others who are speaking to us and listening to them, but take our time. When you take your time with things, it shows incredible confidence. You're a confident person. You're changing yourself. You're reading the right things. You're doing the right things. You've got your gold card going. You're moving in the right direction. You have no reason to not be confident moving forward. You're a part of a group of people that live on this planet that are doing something special. They make the majority of the money. They live the happiest lives. Do you know why? Because they have goals, and now you have goals. So you're confident. You don't have to fidget and act all nervous and crazy. I tell you what, you can relax and just be yourself. I also recommend being yourself. Don't feel like, hey, in order to show other people I'm successful and wealthy, I need to have an Armani suit on, and I need to have a Gucci bag and a Gucci purse. You know what? I've seen several pictures of Warren Buffett and Bill Gates together. Do you know there's not a Gucci belt or a polo shirt in any of those pictures? You know why? Because it's not the clothes that make the man. I know we've been told that, but people can tell that you're successful by the charity that you do and by the care you take with your actions. That's where people see success. Keeping up with the Joneses will just make you financially poor because you're wasting all your money on name brands instead of investments and in activities that enhance the relationships you have with those who are close to you. That's how you show success. A successful person has the ability and confidence to wear whatever makes them feel comfortable in any given situation. You know, that's kind of why I come on here every day. I got a new tie shirt. Every day I got a different tie shirt, right? I wear these everywhere, whether we go to a 5-star restaurant or I'm on a Teams meeting doing some sort of a business deal with whatever CEO or organization our companies are currently working with. And you know what? I just show up as Doug. Be you. You're good enough. Clothes are great when we go to church and things like that, but for day-to-day activities, be yourself. Be confident enough to be you. It'll change everything for you in the way others react to you. Okay, and I don't really... Clothes just aren't very impressive to me. I mean, you can buy clothes anywhere. Spend your money and your time wisely. I also recommend not over-accessorizing. You know, thousands of pieces of expensive looking jewelry that's fake and a bunch of gold ropes around our neck that are, you know, gold by the inch. You can obviously tell when somebody's gold is real or not. But even if somebody has a real gold chain, that doesn't tell me anything about their financial wealth or what they have available to them from a fiscal standpoint. It just tells me that they might be a shallow person. They care about the clothing and the accessories more so than they care about maybe listening to me or doing good things in the world. We can use our money in multiple ways. Are you using your money in a good way? That's what you have to think. Are you using it to benefit humanity and benefit others, to benefit your children and your family? Or are you using it to benefit yourself and your ego and, hey, you look fancy and congratulations on that? But I'm going to tell you what, 9 times out of 10, the wealthiest guy in the room is not the guy in the Armani suit with all the gold chains who just showed up in the rental Ferrari. Okay? We all know that. You know, we look at these people and we can tell. Okay? And you can tell too. You know who's real and who's fake. Be a real person. Don't let clothes and accessories sidetrack you from your goals and sidetrack you from being who you are. Maybe you're a t-shirt guy like me, or maybe you're a sports jersey guy or gal, or, you know, maybe it really doesn't matter what it is that you do. Just, yeah. So I think I've talked enough about that. I'll move on. Another thing that exudes confidence and shows other people that we're confident is good hygiene. So shower every day. I think that goes without saying. We all pretty much know that we need to do that. Another thing that shows people that we are successful is being organized. Being organized not only in your thoughts, but with your activities. Somebody who's scattered, who is, you know, hey, I got all these things to do, and I got to do this morning and that and all these other things. That worries me a little bit. I always worry about people like that. You know, why don't you have a plan for your day? Why don't you have a schedule? When people have schedules and a plan for their activities for the given day, it shows they're organized, and to me, that shows me they're confident and they're successful. Another thing that I recommend is only laugh at jokes you find truly funny. I dislike when I go places and everything that comes out of my mouth, what sarcastic or whatever, everybody in the room laughs. My kids are always like, why are they laughing at everything that you say? And I'm like, they're like, your jokes aren't funny, Dad. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I know why they laugh. It's but only laugh at things that you find funny. I think that's important. Don't be a fake person. If you find it funny, laugh. Otherwise, it's okay if somebody tells a joke and you don't laugh. That's okay. That's perfectly okay. In our society, I think we've been taught that, hey, in order to be kind to others, you want to acknowledge their joke. And, I think we tell other people who we are by the humor that we address. And so if you're laughing at jokes for inappropriate jokes that you don't think are really funny, you're teaching other people what it is that you approve of or who you are as a person. It's okay to not laugh. Be true to yourself. Another thing that shows confidence is one of the activities that we're currently engaged in right now. And that's when people come to us with negativity and drama. We, in the kindest way possible, excuse ourselves from those circumstances. We go off, take a deep breath, and we read our goal card. By not being somebody who is bending to the masses, by not being somebody who's bending to the current psychological criteria that's out on the airwaves, coming to us from the news media and all that sort of thing, we show that we're confident in who we are and that we're okay with being different and just being ourselves. And that's okay. That's perfectly important to understand. So we just exit useless situations and interactions. If the conversation is negative, we step away in the kindest way possible. You're already doing that, and I bet you're already seeing some amazing results from that. Another thing that shows confidence is we show others who we are by who we interact with. It's funny. It's, you are, they say what? You're the culmination of the 5 people that you hang out with the most. And that's true. But other people will judge us and look at us in a specific manner based on who we hang out with and who we associate with. So make sure you're surrounding yourself with good people who represent the values and the intentions that you hold dear to your heart. I mean, if you're a kind and genuine individual working towards goals, and every day you go and people see you walking around with 3 or 4 known criminals, well, guess what? People are probably going to assume that you have some sort of negative intention or you're involved in something that you're not. That's just an example I'm giving, but be cognizant of who it is that you spend your time with. Give your time and attention to people who represent your personal values. Be yourself. Be confident enough to be yourself. And you know what? It's okay to appear to be the strong, silent type. I think as we've gone through all of these, not any one is more important than the other. And you may notice that as you've been working towards your goals and taking action on the items I presented during the first 30 days, you're probably already doing the majority of these things. I just wanted to bring it up and discuss it with you today because I care about you. I want to see you be successful. I want to see the confidence in you. I want to see the true you come out. The world deserves to see the true you because you're a difference maker, you're an impactor, and you're doing the right things. I believe in you. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll talk about some new things. Friends, have a wonderful day. Take care.